Hello everyone and welcome back to another Anno 1404 Megacity Let's Play episode back in Sleepy Hollow, and Leif Jorgensen offers us an alliance treaty. First impulse would be say yes, but on second thought I rather say no to you. You're weak and I don't really like to bond with weak people, especially when we're playing against the Cardinal, as this guy is a buffalo. Really, he is. He's building big ships and just demors you. And we definitely should be on friendly terms with him. An alliance with Leif could be, of course, also a nice strategy of, you know, providing that he would probably not declare war on us if he knows that he would be at war with two parties then. But Leif Jorgensen is not the guy for that. Marie d'Artois would be one of them. And that's why I'm very desperately trying to get my wrap up with her. But unfortunately, she is a bit harder to please, that woman. And in that case, it's going to be taking more than a few smiles to make her happy towards us. Now, we continue with our building. I've finished the next district here in the last episode. I need to readjust that here though, since we did build them a bit off the grid, right? I do need to make sure that we have them like so. That's much better. So first of all, we can connect this road here now with my main road, and then we have the normal houses here. We can actually squeeze in some of them, right? And still be able to build us a road in here as well. And that's what I would like to see. Just like that. And we could still go for a chapel then in this area there, for example, taking in these guys. I've just built them and there is already a freaking fire coming out, a freaking smoke coming out of that house there. I don't believe it. Did these people never really learn how to cook? I guess not. Well, let's use this area here for a fire station then. That's the only thing that actually is worth it now, since, yeah, there's probably going to be a fire. No doubt about that. Alrighty, so that's working out at least for now. We are still in the process of getting up our building material production in Roseyard, where the tools are now coming in, right? So 2 tool workshops are working, and we can continue then with building our beautiful city. And what we've seen here for the first step towards that is the linen garments that we finished now in Sleepy Hollow, and we already got some 18 of them in. So what I can do now is I'm going to unlock this one for my citizens. They're going to pay me more taxes, and also more of them are going to move in. On the other hand, coal would be something, but I don't think we get a coal mine out yet. Meat would be something, and meat and the potato liquor is something that I would like to get up in Roseyard, right? So the first thing, let's get us a warehouse all the way to the other side. There's, by the way, also some stone and iron deposit that I might just casually also use with this one, right? So getting this over and then having here another for this iron deposit here that we can then use. And then I just really need to combine these things. And also something, the money it is for my shipyard that we want to have for my ships, my fleet, right? But at the moment, not really successfully so. We also have sinking the fleeing ship, there it is, that we still need to capture. Kind of like. We would get some 1,500 coin out of that. That's quite handy, right? This money, we can definitely use it. And let's also go ahead and continue with a few more upgrades. Ah, very good. Some more building construction options. Just over here, we get the guardhouse. That is something we're going to need. It has a nice range to it, so we don't need to place that many of these guys here. Probably somewhere, yeah, over there, I guess. It's always that last house that is missing out, right? It's always that last house. We're going to need that for security reasons, the guardhouse then. And since we're still waiting on some more resources in Roseyard, I would just like to go ahead and spam us a few more buildings here. So that would be, wait a second, this one here. So we have this area there actually where I still wanted to have a, kind of like a, some blocks around it, some houses, right? This one. And then we can continue basically with the next one, just here. And let's just have one building there.
I am giving you the
he wants some 1,600 coin again. We are going to pay, even though it's hurting us a lot. Next block. All happy taxpayers coming in. Perfect. And this one here, of course, needs a road still. There you go. So this guy is happy as well. Let's just check it out as well. Can we sell something? Because we need to find new ways of earning money, right? So at the moment, cider is going up there just nicely. We're selling these already, perhaps not at this quantity, but that's still fine. And a bit of stone selling will also come in beneficial there for us, since we don't need to waste so much then. Now, let's continue with my next one. That would be the liquor, right? For the liquor, we only need the building itself, nothing else really. It's just this one here, no processing. For the meat, at least, we do need quite a lot. We need the cattle farm, plus we need salt. And there it is, right? We're not going to have the meat in Roseyard because there's no salt here. It would be a total waste doing this. No problem though, because we can get other productions up here then running as well. So that's not the end of the world. And we just will have the liquor here, costing me some 4 tons of tools. Let's go with 3 of them for now. And they need 75 fields, so they need a lot of space, right? I will not be able to build that many of them. Let's build one here and one here, and that should already be fine. Oh, he's continuing to settle. Oh, he's got himself a big island there. We probably need to be a bit more careful and settle on a few more islands before we focus too much on production. And then we're going with those, and now let's just build them. And as we can see, yep, going completely full, right? The fields around them. And that's just the 3 of them now. They are going to start to work. There's something to grow here, I guess. So it's not going to stay like that. There it is.
Has stopped producing goods.
Right, and now they will harvest that and harvest the potatoes and make liquor out of that. Some schnapps. That's all we need, really. We're still chasing this one. I think we are half caught up a bit though. Right, we're here at the moment. My proud flagship. It's still on the way and it's getting closer and closer. Destroying this one. I continue. We got some wood in again. We need to continue there urgently a bit for the taxes and the population basically. Let's have a couple more blocks here and here, and we can always get rid of these cheap houses, right? But for now we can use all that space for all that taxes. Here probably we're going to have the cathedral. So we do need to also make room for cathedral and a palace at some point. Just get this road over there. We can afford that. Not really, but I'm still going to. And then there is the whole meat situation, right? So we have the salt here in Sleepy Hollow. But that is salt in high quantity that we're going to need for consumption. We also have the saline that we can have at the riverbanks, right? This one here. Seawater saline. I think with that we could make it work in Roseyard. Let's try this one out. Let's get the next warehouse all the way here to the beach area. Some over there so that we get the salins. And then we go with... I guess we can only build one for now anyway. Get the 3 salins on the way. And we'll just see how much we produce out of this single one here, right? That's one. And on the right side of it, we can have then these cattle farms. Cultivates 18 cow paddocks. Let's just see how big that is. And it's small, so we can definitely get 2 of them in with one. I would like to use it here. And then we're just manually painting them over there, because then we can make sure that both of these plantations, both of these farms are using their right target, right? So there we got the cows, and then we can get a few more out here. So this whole row here will be full of cows at some point, and this whole row will be full of potatoes at some point, and schnapps. And with those 2, we can now have the butcher, and then I'm probably also building here, or I'm building it on the other side. I'll also build it here. Have my processing industry so close to the beach. Might be. Very good. Garibaldi purchased a few things. 700 coin, that is. And I think we've also sank the ship, right?
The settlement of another player has advanced.
I think the fleeing ship. No, it's still on the way. It's still somewhere over there. But yeah, I don't know. Seems very tricky there to reach it, really. Now, we have not the coin yet. I have my forestries over there now, so the beach area can be used now finally for the processing industry, right? So this whole area will just be full of butchers and stuff. And for that, let's go ahead and have the first butcher already placed. That's going to get the cattle, and it's going to get the salt. Both of them we should already have a bit in store. Salt there is. Meat not so much yet. Meat is going to be a bit more tricky, I think. Right? but at least it's being produced. As we can see, there's the cattle coming in. And with that, they should be able now to produce some meat. There it is. Perfect. The butcher is working too. By the way, totally cheaty. Leif Jorgensen also already advanced to envoys in the New World. I don't know how fast you need to be in order to do that. Insane. We continue advancing with my farmers at the moment. That's basically all I can do. Another block. And for my city, I think they have everything here. Yes, how's my consumption looking? Still perfect. At some point it has to go down, of course, again. And only then will we reinforce the production. Until then, I can just happily continue with building blocks and blocks of houses. Like this one here. Oh, and Leif and the Cardinal are no longer at trade with each other. So there might be a war imminent. The first one. Just having this block there, very good. And I'm also going ahead and getting us the next city district up. So that would be those blocks here once more. We can still squeeze in one more, perfect. To that side. And here somewhere we should plan ahead then for the cathedral district, right? So there is going to be a cathedral here somewhere. And then most likely the palace close to the river. We'll just see about that. But that's for way later, once we can afford that. Right now, we're still with the farmers, of course. Another main road, perhaps, that we could also make out of this one.
Enemy ships have been sighted in
that should be possible. Water. Yeah, that ship is a bit bugged here, unfortunately. It's going through the island there, so nothing I can do about that. I'm not able to catch it. So we're just going to go back here to Sleepy Hollow. We are actually capped on the tools at the moment. I should be having already some depot available. There it is. And with that, we can start building a nice depot here on the side. And each one of them gives me some whopping 75. Is it 75? It's 15 tons of storage in addition, right? So that we can get a bit up there. So that we don't cap so easily. Salt is going down for sure now. So we need to watch out for the salt production. I don't have the mining yet. Nope. So the only thing that we can do here is actually just get the salt up, but this one here needs to be upgraded. Only with the upgrade are there 2 carts now, right? So with that, 2 carts can deliver the resources. And Marie also settles there. Yeah, we need to settle urgently. First of all, my ship is coming, my Oriental ship. This one is just arriving in Sleepy Hollow because we're getting some tools down here to Ashgabat. We need that in order to start up our next productions over there. Money-wise, we're still fine in this regard. Just let's get some 40 tons of tools down here to Ashgabat. All the way down there. Alright, we're also settling on this island here before someone else does. I think this might already look dangerous there. Belongs to us now. Very important island. It has important resources. And we're just going to place these warehouses everywhere. It's really costing us a lot. And she was definitely settling here. She was going to settle here. Let's take the remaining tools. Let's get back home there. Take some tools and wood. And then I'm probably going to settle on a second Oriental island. So this one here has the spices, for example. Would be really nice. This has a rose that we probably don't really need. Yeah, somewhere down there for sure. Where we still need to settle. Another very important foundation. With the tools, I would like to grow Ashgabat a bit more. So in that case here, I'm unlocking us more buildings in the process than 2. The central spot here I'm going to leave available right now for a mosque and certain buildings that we're going to need down the road. And also we are reserving some tools now for the next production that I'm going to need then for the important city. And here I would like to settle now too. Or would I want to? We got the spices here. The spices I wanted actually to activate the Maria's Rest. That's possible entirely. Also, what do we have close by? There would be almonds here on that island. This one, nah, this one has coffee and almonds. Ooh, that sounds very tempting. Those resources. There's also 1 gold.
One of your plants has
I don't think I have gold anywhere else on my island so far. There's also no gold here, but there would be reef. And with that we could get some shells and stuff that we can then process into, I think, jewelry. It's difficult decision. We still have a bit of room down here that I would like to explore, right? There are some more islands. Let's settle on this one. Doesn't matter. Let's settle on this one for now. We need to secure it for us. And I can have at least 2 warehouses here that I'm going to use. And then I'm still having some resources left over to settle on yet another one. And that's probably going to be this one here with the almonds and the coffee.
Nothing can stop your settlement.
Ashgabat has also grown, very nice. That's a bit more honor. And this one, they all have the same fertility. It's not ideal. It's absolutely not ideal. Let's have a look further down south there. Very good. As always, I also then just continue a bit with the Sleepy Hollow expansion that we have then over there. I could also squeeze then something in here, or just a smaller, you know, some ornaments there if we want to later on. And then just here another probably block like that. We can also use just nicely in this corner there. Very nice. More taxpayers, so we're at 450, and that's going to jump pretty soon now. How's it looking there in Roseyard? Because I think, yep, first of all, resources we have. So much that I can upgrade now my warehouse here to have a bit more storage available. And then the butcher shop here will for sure need another cattle farm. So we're going to apply this one now. We can afford that. How's it looking with the salt? Salt is steeply going up, right? So that's fine. The beef is all being used. I would like to have a second butcher shop right away. And for that, we probably will need 2 more of these guys here, but I do need some more stone. Speaking about stone... Yep, let's use this one here first. That we get the next building material then in, right? So just over there. And this one... unfortunately, they're all outside of the range of any warehouse. I do need to build a warehouse first.
An island was sighted.
Alright, and we're also finding some new islands now. Oh, it has indigo. There is indigo on board. Coffee, it's uninhabited. I think we're going for this one. Oh, that's a beautiful island. This is a jackpot. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. We got lots of resources. We don't need to build a single Noria on this island because it's basically all moisturized water, moisturized soil. Absolutely fantastic. Let's settle on that. I can afford 2 warehouses for now, so in both directions we're going to expand a bit with that. And then I would need a bit of wood. We have that in Ashgabat. Let's get this one. Meanwhile, my ship has arrived here, Rashid, in Lord Richard Northburg. We have lots of honor, and with that I would like to purchase a splendid gift, and I would also like to purchase a noble appreciation. We're going to increase our rank with the Grand Vizier there a bit, because with the higher ranks we unlock more building options, and we're going to need one of these, right? So with the, I think the Guest of the Bedouins, we're going to unlock then the clay deposit that we're going to need for Sleepy Hollow and the next production chains.
Named one of my children.
Now that ship is on the way. I would also like to check, can we purchase a ship from Richard Northburg? No, he's not selling. Get a bit of money there. Perfect. We also get the monastery now. Nothing really that would be too useful though. I still need to get my building materials now, so there's a bit of wood, right? And we just lost lots of money there with all the investments into the new islands here, so we should keep that in mind. At least trading is working in our favor right now. Santa Maria, there you are. Let's unload the wood. And now, what we're doing here is, I'm going to start my first trade route, and we're going to use the flagship for now because I've got no other choice really. Right, first trade route, and this one is going from Roseyard to Sleepy Hollow. And in Roseyard, we're going to load the liquor and the meat, and we're going to unload both of them in Sleepy Hollow, right? And my ship Santa Maria is going to be used for that. And we're going to call this one Meat Schnapps, something like that. And my flagship, in all its proudness, is now getting over there, delivering us the resources to Sleepy Hollow so that we might prosper in the city with all of that. And I think we're going to see a nice jump in taxes there once this comes in. Let's also just quickly check fish and salt and cider is going down, so we need to reinforce our production chains here. So we got the fish over there that for some reasons I cannot copy, so we need to build it ourselves. Build us 2 more. And I will need a warehouse of its own for this one, otherwise it's getting overwhelming for these. Right, that's the fish. Then we have the salt. For that I still use the coastal building, one of the most inefficient buildings probably for getting salt over, right? But it's just required for now, as I don't have a salt mine. We're going to get this one on the way, and then there's the cider situation. Let's upgrade the marketplace, the warehouse. And then we're going ahead with some more cider here. Here. Easy. Squeeze them in. Not too many though, because otherwise the warehouse will be overloaded with all the incoming trucks, you might say. Very nice. This is just looking so cute. Fantastic, as my cider is being produced. The famous Sleepy Hollow cider. And I'm looking forward to here now. My little ship is coming in for the diplomatic items. So let's just check how this one turns out. And boom, level 2 we are. Guest of the Bedouins we are. And with that, we have unlocked the second row of buildings here now for these buildings, for the eastern cities or the southern cities, right? And I guess we could also purchase something new. Some productivity bonuses that we can get out of this one here. Nothing else though. So let's get my ship back home again. We still have honor, so I might still do this one more time, upgrading to the next level. Could be totally worth it. And just a bit later, my flagship is coming into the harbor of Sleepy Hollow with the, well, consumer goods, schnapps and meat that is finally available now to my population. Let's just check it. I have not blocked it. Nope, I have not. And that's the next 2 consumer goods, and then we're only lacking 2, with coal being really easy, and pottery is going to be a bit more tricky, but then we would already have everything for that step as well. Being unloaded now, we're at 340, and with that, as we can see, it's already going up, and I think it's going to 600 or 700 then even. And of course, we're not waiting just for that. We can continue upgrading people. In that case, I will need another chapel in this area. That would be probably here. Right, this will work out. So let's get rid of this building only, because we can easily squeeze in the chapel.
Humility, modesty, and
I cannot do this. I could do it probably by moving the fire station. I'm not doing that. Instead, we're going to have a nice little area right in front of the chapel then, right? Something like that, so they can upgrade. And then we still need a pop, a second one. We already have one down here. So getting the next one probably here. Yep, that's looking good. So we're going to get rid of these 2 here. And then there's the pub as well. For those guys. And for many more that we'll build on that side too. And with that, hooray! We can upgrade more people. And that's all that matters to me right now, because that means taxes. And those people are getting now their resources, or, well, their products, as we can see. And by the way, the citizens, since when they're fully grown, like here, 15 out of 15, what we can further do to boost our income is put their taxes to calm, right? So this essentially gives me 200 more coin from the citizens and boosts us to 700 now. Problem is, if it's that high, new people, new citizens will not grow to 15 anymore, right? So we should only do this once every citizen house has been fully grown. And since I'm upgrading a lot right now, let's rather keep it there at the medium. And after that, we can then totally raise the taxes in order to squeeze the maximum out of my population there, whatever is possible. I would like to, since we can barely afford a chapel, we are so low, take an Oriental warrior to his warehouse there. That might be something, some tools we could sell then right away. Yeah. For that I will need my special ship, my Oriental ship. Let's get it over there. We still now need to save up the 10,000 for the ship, right, for the shipyard. With that, a bit more independence comes towards us. But for now, very good. 2 more products missing, and then we can already go for the next level. Stay tuned.